finally getting around to editing this content. This was the very last piece I've made of 2024, and it was a custom order, and I'm trying something new, which is burning the wood with fire. I borrowed this little blowtorch from my neighbor just to see how it would go, and I think I am gonna like invest in a bigger blowtorch, one that runs on propane and not butane. I do think it turned out kind of cool. It sort of brings out the wood grain, and this background will act as the sky of my mountains piece. And then I use different color stains to sort of ombre it down. I am big on mixing stains, so I could not even tell you which ones I actually use. And then I'm just making a bunch of cuts to form my mountains piece. So I really like to get everything sort of laid out first and planned out before I make all of the cuts. But I do find it easier to attach the top parts of the mountains. That way they are already like fixed to the piece, so that when I'm measuring everything else, I can really push the wood up against each other and it won't move, and then I can make more accurate cuts that way. Like you see here, I'm having to measure very accurately to get everything lined up perfectly. And then each piece that gets cut, before it gets stained or painted, I go through and I hand sand every single little piece. It just gives it a more finished look. And then of course everything gets glued down and nailed down. Sometimes I don't use the nail gun, I just use glue. And that's if a customer specifically says they don't want nail holes. But for the most part, you can't really see them, especially when the wood already looks rustic. If I was going for like a more clean, modern look, I would probably not use the nails. Or I would use wood filler and fill them in and then use paint on top of that. So this piece is actually pretty cool. It's going in a mountain home in North Carolina that's being built right now. I just think that is so neat that these pieces get shipped all over the place and they get hung up, and rarely are they in Mississippi, which is where I'm located. So I started to come down sick towards the end of this, and I didn't get really good final shots of this because I was so sick, but I did have my husband hold it up so that I could film one last video of it before it went out to the customer. Let me know what you think and if you have any questions. Okay, bye.